dude, look, y'all couldn't see me. I was over jamming the hell out to that intro. Man, I love that song. So I just want to run it back sometimes. It's over here just, man, I love it. What's up, FALLDEAT117? My man's a moderator of the channel. Big love for my man stepping up a few months back, becoming a moderator, and has become an integral part of my moderation team. So I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for being a stone cold killer on MK11, whooping me all the time. I appreciate you showing up for the season, for the tournaments. So my man, let them know who you are, your birth date, social security number, address, all that stuff. Just go ahead and put it out there. Nobody's watching anyway, right?
What's going on, guys? Of course, y'all know me. I'm the killer on the Xbox side. You know, I'm the Shao main. Have a lot of fun with it. Proud to be a supporter and a moderator for you, Manic. Really excited about the stream tonight, man.
Yeah, me too, man. Speaking of which, I want to make a breaking announcement. FALLDEAT gets to be a part of it. This month, we will be bringing back giveaways on the channel. So this is how you get into the giveaway. You know what? Let me go ahead and make sure I just go ahead and throw it on the screen. You know, we haven't had it on the screen in a while. I felt some kind of way about it. But we're going to fix it right now. I'm going to make sure that it is on the screen. Here we go. We're going to add it right now, ladies and gentlemen. Bow, there it is. It is on the screen now. Boom. So, if you want to get entered into the giveaway, you've got two ways of doing it. Become a supporter, you're going to get an entry for being a supporter. You're in there. Also, if you become the hype con down below, you will get an entry as well into the giveaway for the month. We'll be doing them at the end of the month. So that's how you get in. Stars get you into the hype con ship, which will get you in there, and being a supporter is going to get you in there as well. I love y'all so very much, man. I just want to be able to give back. You guys watch me play this Mortal Kombat stuff. I would be playing if y'all weren't watching. So the fact that y'all sit here and watch my goofy ass play this video game and talk about this video game, it's fire. So I want to give back to you guys just a little bit, and this is one way I could do it. So my man FALLDEAT was the Saito. I don't know if that's a word, but we made it up. My man hit me in the inbox, said, Coach, we got to talk about Order Realm. We got to talk about Chaos Realm. And I said, why? But I didn't say why. Chaos Realm especially excites me. And you can't really talk about Chaos Realm without talking about two things. Without talking about Order Realm and without talking about Mortal Kombat Deception. So we're going to get into all of that tonight. We're going to talk about all four characters associated with these two realms. We're going to talk about the two realms. We're going to talk about what we want to see in the future. We're going to talk about ways that this can be brought into MK12. All of that tonight, live right here on this MK Heads podcast. If this is your first time in the podcast, baby, I hope you enjoy yourself. Make sure you smash that follow button. Smash the like button. Let the algorithm know that you're into this content, baby. You're into this. We need more MK discussions, and MK Heads podcast is here to fill up that void for you, baby. So, where you want to start, my man? You want to start Chaos? You want to start Order? Where you want to begin?
Oh, man, I feel like you could go ahead and start with Chaos, because that's gonna lead into where Order Realm's gonna come into play.
Yeah, I think you're right. Chaos Realm is one of my favorite realms. It was never really, they didn't really do much with it. We got it in Deception, and then like other than endings, they never really did anything with hardly any of the realms. You hear about Edenia, you hear about Outworld, you hear about Earthrealm, you hear about Zatera. That's really about all we get that they really discuss realms in depth, and not even really Zatera to a very far extent. You know what I mean? Match That Heart pushes it more. My man Kyle, I appreciate you, baby. Open World MK, top of my list. Me too. I would love to get more open world stuff. But so before we get too far into Chaos Realm and Order Realm and all that, let's kind of discuss what the realms are, because this can kind of be confusing. It's
Mm.
even I'm a whittle confused about what it is. My man said we need havoc. Oh, we gonna get to havoc, baby. Don't you get your little things twisted up. We gonna get there, coach. Khalil, we're not doing anything tonight. If you got a question, Khalil, money symbol next, type your question in. That goes for anybody, and we'll certainly get to your questions. So money symbol next, and then just type your question, and we'll get there. But the realms were created with the use of the Kami Dogu. Now, what the Kami Dogu are have been retconned, has been changed, and I don't know what we're going to get in 12. But originally in Deception, the Kami Dogu were amulets. They were, what's another, not really an amulet, but they were, I forget what they called them. But basically, they were what the Elder Gods used to partition and to separate the one being, because the one being feasted on the Elder Gods. So they didn't like that shit. They was tired of getting ate up. So they rose up, they overpowered the one being, and they split his consciousness, if you will. And my man said, "Hell yeah, Red. Never watched streamers until I stumbled upon you. That led me to the other streamers like Fearless and Flood World and Honeybee. Big ups to you, good sir. I appreciate you, Pedro. That's big love, my man. I like hearing people that look, I don't watch gamers, but I'm watching you, coach. I like that. That's cool, man. We're crossing the road. I'm glad I could be the catalyst to your entry into this, and with the 95 stars, I appreciate that. So they split the one being's consciousness up, and that's what gave birth to the realms. And each realm was allowed to grow and to prosper in its own way. And the life forces that are in each of the realms is shaped by the portion of the consciousness that Kamidogu is associated with. So you have Chaos Realm, which is just craziness. You've got the Order Realm, which is using laws and real strict. You've got Outworld, which is wanting to conquer, take over. You've got Adenia, which is beauty. You've got Nether Realm, which is hellfire and brimstone kind of a thing. And then you have Earth Realm, which is like never quit, never give up, always pushing kind of a thing. So that's kind of what the realms are. There's other realms that are like sub-realms, and are the realms on the same, obviously they're on the same plane of existence, but are they the same place, just different dimensions? None of that's really ever cleared up. So it's kind of, I guess left in the gray area what it is. So is it like the same planetary body, just in an alternate dimension, or is it like another planet? I don't know. I don't know. In my best Kevin Hart, I don't know. I'm not sure. What do you think, Fallen D? What are we looking at? You think we're looking at a different planetary system, or are we looking at a different dimension? How have you always picked up on it?
Well, the way that I've always seen it is, of course, those Kami Dogus, when they were split into, for the consciousness of the one being, each realm kind of prospered in its own way because of how it was split. So, like you were saying with Adenia specifically, I'll say that one, with beauty, that one flourished really well. Yeah. And I guess that would kind of play aspect to what part of the one being was broke off.
Yeah.
So I think each of the Kami Dogus and the way that they broke off represent a piece of the one being. So it would represent the personality of that point. That's how kind of I would take it, how I've always seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's exactly what the canon has told us. And so some of these realms have not been touched much. And the two that we're talking about tonight are two of those realms. Khalil, I see your message, baby. Inbox me, and we can talk, Coach. We can certainly talk. We can definitely do something, baby. So now it's been retconned so that these Kami Dogu are actually daggers, and blood magic is added into the equation as well. You see that more so in the comics than you did actually MKX or MK11. They kind of bring blood magic further in 11, more so than they did 10 in the game. But I think that's probably what we're going to see moving forward is dagger. That way they can kind of use the blood magic. And also it allows them to be liberal with the power, how would you say, the power management or the power levels of the characters, because they can go up and down based on blood magic. So that's kind of that's what it is. That's what the realms are. They're the split consciousness of the one being, which I hope we get in the future. Kano gave it to him with the dagger. That's how Kuai Liang got his scar. He definitely did get his scar. Well, it's been a couple of different ways. I'm not sure where it is now. What they've said, how he got his scar now. At one point, it was Kung Lao that gave it to him, and then it was Kano. So I don't know where we're at on that right now, to be 100% honest with you. Somebody cut his shit though, and now he looks all fucking weird. So that happened. But so Chaos Realm is the portion of the one being that is super chaotic. It's crazy. The god that they worship in Chaos Realm, oddly enough, is water, which is kind of like a Bruce Lee throwback, kind of. Bruce Lee's famous statement about be like water. Just kind of like move around. Water has no boss. It has no governing body. It kind of just like flows where it dips in the low places but it can be ferocious. It can be a murderer. It can really take you out. But at the same time, it's calm. It's peaceful. And so that's their god. And we'll kind of, that will bring us into Order Realm when we circle turn left on the track here. But for now, we'll just define that water is kind of the god of Chaos Realm. They obviously chaos is their religion, but water is something that they worship. So let's talk about the one fighter from Chaos Realm. It's all they got. They got the one, Havoc. And hold on. So Nikki said maybe Chaos and Order were the least dominant personalities of the one being, which is why we don't know too much about them and don't have many characters from them. Or maybe, and I was about to say it, and I said, well, let me read the next comment before I start running my damn mouth. And Nikki did it for me. She said, or maybe they got lazy and just didn't want to elaborate. Bingo. I think that's the one. I think they just never made it back. They didn't know how Mortal Kombat is riddled with a lot of really great ideas that are not fully accomplished, shall we say. Mortal Kombat has it all the way from 1 till Mortal Kombat 11. Always with really great ideas that they were just not able to complete. A lot of that in the midway time was because they always had these crazy deadlines that they had to meet, and they were constantly rushing games out before they were done. There was a lot in those 3D era games that was supposed to be there, just was never completed when it comes to lore and gameplay. But yeah, so Havoc. How'd you feel about Havoc in Deception? Because that's when we got our first look at Havoc.
Me personally, I love him as a character. I love Havoc. Kind of really wish he would have either made the appearance in MKX or 11. It's all of our characters tonight, man. It's just like their story, man. Like it's just too open ended.
Yeah.
So Havoc, I feel like for him to play such a massive role in Chaos Realm and him to really be your prime guy. I mean, we need so much more, man. Havoc's one of the most desired characters that deserves more of a background, deserves more of an input in this, especially with people like Kano you know, like the Red Dragon, man, like Havoc would be a great addition in some way to fuse into that in some way.
Yeah, I think Havoc to me embodies the spirit of Mortal Kombat to me, because Mortal Kombat has always been very good at, they've got a character for each type of individual who likes to play video games. They've got a wild banshee of a Shaolin monk. They've got, you know, they've just got so many different characters. They got females. They have, people from all different backgrounds. That's been Mortal Kombat. And for me, when they brought a character in like Havoc, he was over the top. He was original. He was different. He was insane. He was crazy. It's some of the stuff he was doing, like when he would break his own knees or break his own neck. It's like, what is happening? This is insanity. What, this doesn't even make any sense. What are we doing? And that's Mortal Kombat to me. Over the top, crazy. And that's what I like out of Mortal Kombat. And I thought Havoc was a great addition. I really did. And I really hoped that they had went somewhere with him. And they just ain't do it. I don't know. Michael Robinson said, "Hey, Red. Hey, baby. How you doing? How you doing, Michael?" They came out a little more seductive than I wanted it to. I'm going to be honest with you. Like in my head, it was like, "Hey, baby, what's up?" Instead, it was like, "Hey, baby, take me out to dinner." I don't know. Havoc needs more lore for sure, Nikki, 100%. Chicken Tech said, "Hi, Dad. You ain't put evil on me, baby. No. Nope. I got 3 people call me Dad, and that's my fault." So Havoc was a character people really wanted in 11, especially since everything he did in 10. And so in 10, Havoc was like that dude in the MK10 comics. He went and got my man Reiko, talked Reiko into, well, back up a little bit. He was hired by, I believe it was Quan Chi. I could be lying there. I believe it was Quan Chi. He was hired by someone to acquire the Kamidogu. He went out and he was like, "All right, bet I'm gonna go get these Kamidogu." GSMO guy was slightly aroused. Oof, boy. We have taken a turn on this podcast. I'll tell you right now, this has turned into something completely different. Talking about chaos. Holy shit. So he goes out and he starts acquiring these Kamidogu, and he gets Reiko involved, basically ascends Reiko to godship in the comic books, and then turns his back on Reiko, and it's all been a ploy from the jump. So he's been like pulling the strings and doing his own thing in the background the whole time in the comic books. And it was awesome to see Havoc do something of substance in Mortal Kombat in the lore again. And then, of course, in NRS and Mortal Kombat style, they retconned it all, so none of it happened. And then his ass didn't even show up in 11. So it was kind of weird that we didn't get him, but at the same time, how would he fit into their storyline? So, I get it. It's not my game. Hopefully we get him in the future. But Havoc's backstory is basically he's a cleric from Chaos Realm. And them dudes are crazy. That's the extent of the canon that we get, the lore that we get from Havoc, unfortunately.
Now, I have a quick question for you.
Uh-oh.
So in Deception, correct me if I'm wrong. No, maybe it was Armageddon or Deception, whichever one it was. Arakiris. So is Havoc? I'm confused. Is Havoc a dead character in a sense? Because if you clearly look at the picture at the bottom, it's like he's like half face, half skull.
So the thing with Chaos Realm is the inhabitants of the Chaos Realm are immortal. They cannot die by normal means, which is why he can break his own neck and he can turn around and break his kneecaps and come right back. Their bodies have molded to the chaos that has taken over the realm. So they're essentially immortal.
Got you.
Why didn't we get more?
especially with like having someone like Havoc, and now knowing that, so you have more of the Chaos Realmers that are immortal. You know, why was Havoc the only one that we got from the realm? You know, like it's kind of an endless possibility there for that realm.
And Chaos Realm is essentially exactly that. It's a Chaos Realm. Andy was popping over on the YouTube side. It's they could literally create any type of character they wanted and say, yeah, he's from Chaos Realm. And we'd be like, okay, awesome. You know, he's really, besides NetherRealm. NetherRealm, you could kind of do that too because they've got all kind of stuff. You've got Moloch, you've got Drahaman, Quan Chi, Shinnok, Scorpion, Noob Saibot. I mean, look how different all of those characters are. Shinnok, But, you know what I mean? So, I don't understand why we've... Look, these tangents happen on this podcast. This is what we do, okay? We get carried away talking about some MK, and then we end up taking these inlet roads, and apparently that's what your body does when you do them, because that's what, I don't know, what just took over my body. So it seems odd that we would get Jackie, Cassie, Kuai Liang, Takeda, instead of getting something absolutely insane out of Chaos Realm. Getting something completely new and different out of Outworld, because they've created Outworld in a way where Outworld could legitimately have anything. You've got Mayan warriors, you've got Edenian soldiers, you've got the female ninjas mostly are all from Edenia. You've got reptiles, race of reptilians, all this from Outworld. So they've got an endless bucket of whatever the hell you want to do. Bring it in. You could bring it from NetherRealm, Outworld, or even Chaos Realm. You could bring anything in. And they just don't seem interested somehow. I don't know. And even in Outworld with Shang Tsung, you could literally create a hodgepodge of different races and put them together and just create something whole brand new. I don't know, but they just don't. They kind of did away with the realms except for Another Earth and Outworld and Edenia. Yeah, it's super odd. They probably wanted characters to stay in the spotlight, even though they're much older. What better for them to have them procreate? Look, when we get into these later games, there is an issue of age. Obviously, in 11, we really started to see it with Jax, with Johnny, and with Sonya. These guys are getting older. The only one that has their age paused is Liu Kang, because he's the only one that's won the tournament. So everyone's got to start aging. So they did have to answer that question, yes. Sub-Zero, he aged substantially in 10 and 11. Not really clear on why. If he's technically a Denian, wouldn't he age at a much slower rate like Katana? I don't know. I don't know what we're going with that. But Kuai Liang is definitely getting older. Bihan doesn't seem to age. Scorpion is not going to age. Well, I guess now since he's a human again, maybe he will. I don't know. Stop that, by the way. No. He's a Spectre, and he's a bad sumbitch. Leave Scorpion alone. Fucking quit it. They keep messing with my Scorpion. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be cussing like this, but leave damn Scorpion alone. You can even throw the Hanzo Asashi stuff out the door. I don't care. Just, my man is a Spectre. He's pissed off, and he wants your ass. That's all Scorpion is, all right? Deal with it. He's an anti-hero. Chaotic neutral for my nerds in the show. Let's go. He said the realms that merge with Outworld. Yes, yeah, a lot of cool realms. So in Outworld, essentially, you could do anything you want to, but that's a different timeline. Yeah, the whole timeline thing is really weird. I can't wait to see what they do with it, though. Are you talking about the MK movie they're working on now? No, we're not currently talking about that, but you never know with these tangents where we could end up. This is like a bowl of spaghetti over here on this podcast. You never know what we're going to do. So let's see. What else we want to talk about with Chaos Realm? Let's get back on the train tracks, baby. Oh, so his signature moves for Havoc. He had torso spin, diving corpse, cracking legs, projectile, the head snap, and the corpse taunt. Just a wild individual.
And honestly, man, his moveset was kind of garbage, to be honest with you, in Deception. And correct me if I'm wrong, Deception was the one where you actually got like 3 styles to choose from. So he actually could switch between 2 fighting styles and then switch into his weapon.
Yeah, there was 3 fighting styles, one of which was a weapon. Yeah.
And honestly, like the coolest one to choose from was when he whips out the mace and he's like going,
going crazy
with mace.
Yep.
Dude, there's just so much now to be done with Havoc, especially with how requested he's becoming. But again, see, this kind of leads into Order Realm now. I guess I can pull it in. I feel like if you bring Havoc back, you have to find a way to bring somebody from the realm of Order back into MK12, essentially, if you end up doing that.
For sure.
Because there's a balance there. So with Chaos, there's an Order side, and of course the main reason, one of the main reasons why, these two were always at odds, of course, is because the water thing that you're discussing.
Yep.
So of course with Chaos Realm, the water being everything to them, Order, the realm of Order essentially wants to invade and try to convert in ways Chaos Realmers, because they want their resources, and primarily Hotaru, when he invades Chaos Realm, is trying to get the water because it is the best way to control the Chaos Realmers in a sense.
Well, the thing, and Andy, we're streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. All of them, baby. Introduction to Chronicle would make all the timelines canon. The possibilities are endless. Absolutely, Michael. You're 100% right. We'll get to your next question here in just a minute, Michael. But so yeah, that was kind of the thing. These two realms are constantly in combat because Order Realm looks at Chaos Realm like a bunch of hoodlums, like some savages, crazy people. So they think that their way of life, which is law and order to an extreme, they think that Chaos Realm should be tamed, should be dealt with, and should be converted to the Satan ways. That's how they look at it. So they go over there and they're like, look, we're going to take you guys as resources. We need them. You guys are crazy, so y'all don't need them, and they're trying to take them. And Chaos Realm is in a position where it has to defend itself. And that's kind of where we find these two realms in Deception, is going after one another. The Realm of Order is really the Chaos Realm. If you sneeze, they locked you up in Order Realm. Yeah, Order Realm's crazy. Those people are intensely nuts about it is a realm comprised of 100% thoroughbred Karens. That's what the Order Realm is. All bobbed haircuts and badass attitudes. That is Order Realm in a nutshell. My man Shujinko spent damn near his entire life in prison because he wasn't back at the house in time. It's intense. It's crazy. So yeah, so these two realms are locked in a moral high ground kind of combat. The completely opposite outlooks on their world. That's just what it is. These two were set to constantly be going at each other until somebody either wins or they reach a state of mutual combat, and it's just a constant thing. Order Realm is terrible. Oh my God. So we only had 3 combatants, I believe is the number, come out of Order Realm.
Yes, sir.
It was Dairu, Darius, and Hotaru. So Darius, do you know where they came up with the idea of Darius at?
The last thing that I read since I, was doing this realm, in a sense, it's almost like he's a ripoff of Blade.
He was a direct
You know,
ripoff of Wesley Snipes' depiction of Marvel's Blade. Marvel, right? Yeah, that was Marvel.
yeah,
And so the way Mortal Kombat used to do things before we had non-canon characters was they would just rip off a modern day um, cultural classic, like a pop culture figure. They would just rip them the hell off and they put them in a game. That started in MK1. Johnny Cage is Jean-Claude Van Damme. Liu Kang is Bruce Lee. I mean, it started all the way back then. I mean, they were creating something brand new, so you kind of forgive them for that. And then we get later in the games, and it becomes so obvious that Midway was pulling for things. And Midway just reached up and grabbed Blade and brought him in. And so we got Darius. Don't forget Ashra. I think Ashra kind of belongs in the Netherrealm story, doesn't she? Matt, hey, Big
I think
Red, how
that,
was your day? My day was good. What'd you say?
if I'm not mistaken, at some point was Ashra not considered like an Adenian?
You know what?
Somehow,
This is a
somehow
perfect opportunity to
she
find
got
out.
locked in Netherrealm.
Let's find out. So let's go in here and we're going to find Ashra. Well, if I would type on the correct keyboard, Mortal Kombat Ashra. And let's figure it out. This is a good opportunity right here. We're going to figure out exactly, and if we knew how to spell, we'd have it pulled up. So, oh my goodness, what is this page? Sir, fix your shit. That is not what we're looking for. All right, so this is Heroes Wiki. And let's see. Let's go down to history. Nope, powers and abilities. Trivia. Man, not a whole lot on here.
She's another one of those characters that kind of got left behind.
Yeah.
She had potential for her development. Another one of those ones I just never really picked up.
So Ashra was originally a demon native to Netherrealm. That's what I thought.
Okay, so she's always been a demon.
Yeah, she's always been a demon. She and her sisters served Quan Chi and the Brotherhood of Shadow for ages. After questioning an order given to her by Quan Chi, the evil sorcerer has her sisters hunt her down and slay her. Ashra successfully escapes their clutches and stumbles across a holy sword known as the Crisp Blade. With the Crisp Blade in her possession, and after slaying a demon with it, Ashra felt the sensation of purification and has made it her goal to slay enough demons to gain ascension from the Netherrealm. There it is.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I never thought Ashra had anything to do with. He said, "I'm so outdated on lore." Hey, look, that's exactly what this podcast is, though, baby. That's us getting this stuff together, man, figuring it out, exploring this lore together. So where were we took another one of them tangents, Coach.
Yeah, we were talking about Darius.
Oh, Darius. So so Darius, basically his only lore is he's a rebel in the Order Realm. So he is standing up against the overwhelming power the government has, the current regime over its people.
Which would be Hotaru in the Satan army.
Yep. So Hotaru is like, I believe he was like the general, wasn't he? Was he not?
He was. He was actually, and I looked this up too. He's actually the only general the Satan army has ever had. He's the only one to hold that position.
Really? I did not know
They
that.
have they're technically considered like a republic. They actually have a
Yep.
senate and everything. But because their laws are so harsh with the way that they're enforced and everything, they age sort of similar to Adenians. So they age very slowly. From 100 years to 1,000 to well beyond that. They don't really look like they change too much. So I don't think ever in the lore that there was need for a change at that position because they age at such a slower time frame.
Yeah. I was not aware of that. Yeah, longer life expectancy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So also, I just want to give everyone little fun fact. You know, I shared it with Brad before stream. So if you actually go and look up the map of if you go and look up the map of the Order Realm, it's actually almost identical to Shinnok's amulet with
Yeah.
the way that it is set up.
Huh.
Uh,
Let's
not
pull.
not relevant at all, just kind of a fun fact to show.
Let's see. We're gonna pull up. We're gonna pull up the amulet right now. If we knew how to spell, this would be a lot easier. I'm telling you right now. So this is Shinnok's amulet right here. All right, I've clicked it 3 times and nothing's happening. Wow. What is that all about?
You see where it shows Shinnok next to the amulet from Mortal Kombat 11?
No, what are you talking about? This one?
Yeah, go to the right.
Uh-huh.
That one.
Yeah. And then
So if
let's
you look
look
at that one,
at. Look at that. They're pretty similar. What up, Bernardo? How you feeling? They're pretty similar. It's so weird that it won't let me pull this up. I wonder why. Let's there we go. Look at that. So we got Shinnok's amulet. And the Order Realm. Look at that. Huh.
oh,
I
that's kind
wonder
of crazy,
why.
isn't it?
I wonder why. That's strong. That is strong. And Shinnok's amulet did exist before this too. So Shinnok's amulet was a thing in MK4. Actually, it was the thing before that in Sub-Zero Mythologies. So I don't know. Maybe.
So that's just a fun fact for you guys there,
I like it.
for sure.
It's different.
Yeah.
So the other combatant we've got, look? I'm gonna tell you right now, I hated Hotaru. I don't understand why you want to fight with 2 flags on your back. That shit don't make no sense to me. Quit it.
I'm gonna spit the fighting words then, Red. Hotaru for MK12, bro.
Look, I'm good with it if they give his ass a backstory. Give him a cool backstory. Make something happen. Lee May is unequivocally from Outworld. Yeah, that's kind of why she was having all the issues with Shao Kahn, because of his regime taking over her realm and then basically forcing her people into servitude, into slavery, and she fought back. So, God, the flags pissed me off so bad. I was never a big fan of Hotaru. I did not like the character. So you know what? Look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull up.
I mean, was it just the flags that made you dislike him? Because Hotaru, his moveset was trash. I mean, he did big damage though. Like, I'm not sure if you're aware. If you go and look up combo guides for him for Deception, I think like a 6-hit combo for him would do like 35% damage.
You know,
like, I mean, he scaled pretty well.
It all starts with the flags. It's not where it ends. It starts with the flags. Nikki said he looked dumb as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you. All right, so let's just peep some of the fatals. Let's check out Hotaru's fatalities.
Finish him.
With the flag. What else you need right there, buddy? Just that good.
2 thumbs down. 2 thumbs down. Why did he explode?
Nah, man. It's enough power to control that.
Oh, and he's gonna do it to my man Hanzo. Okay. This is already starting off bad.
Necessary. Look at that. Break that leg. Give me that neck.
Hotaru wins.
I wish I had 4 thumbs. I wish I had 2 more hands so I could give it 4 thumbs down.
Fatality.
Listen, at that time, that might have been the best they could come up with. But if he made an appearance back in MK12, which probably won't happen, but if he did, I'm sure they would find a way to just absolutely give him one of the strongest fatalities in the game. One of the strongest, man. Like, bring it back.
I guess they could give him some cool stuff. You know, since we talked about Hotaru's fatalities, why don't we go ahead and check out what they did with my man Havoc? Why don't we just go ahead and check out the fatals? Remember, this is Deception. This is back in the day, all right? So those of you who just started playing MK on 11, look, we didn't always look this beautiful. It wasn't always a thing.
Finish him.
That's with the snake.
A little shove. Little Quan Chi. Bow. Look, I'm not going to lie. That's kind of Fuego. I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit of a play right off of Quan Chi's MK4 with the leg and beat him to death. Hit him with the batters up. Pow! Put his hip into it.
Home runs. Too many home runs.
I don't know. That was strong, baby.
Havoc wins. Fatality.
Yeah, but I mean, Haru's like busting a body, dude. Busting a body. Yeah, if you're gonna talk smack about Hotaru,
Havoc wins.
dude's gonna eat the arms.
All right, look, that might have been one of the worst fatalities in all of Mortal Kombat history. That one's up there. Not their best work. Not their best work right there. I'm not gonna sit here and feed you some crap. All right. I'm gonna tell you how it is.
I actually didn't even know about that second fatality. I never hit that one.
Me either.
Glad I didn't now.
Either. That was rough. Well, I'll tell you what, Havoc was in more than one game, though. So let's check him out in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. What did he do?
I think that was the build your fatality, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, nobody had fatalities in that game. You're right. Yeah, we will not be looking at what they did to fatalities. That is absolutely unforgivable what they did.
Yeah, I feel
with
like
fatalities in that
Armageddon
game.
fatalities, that fatality system was probably, oh, dude, that was so bad. It was like no creativity on that side whatsoever.
Like, you know what we could do? We could just give everybody the same fatal and just see what happens. So the other character I haven't talked about is Daru.
Yeah, good old Daru.
Let me get a who's that in chat because I know y'all are thinking it. Who the is that guy? Conor McGregor style.
Okay. Another fun fact for you. So Daru, originally, he was actually a Satan guard.
Facts.
He was a Satan guard until my man Darius put a hit on his family. And when Darius had his family killed, he actually switched all the way up and became a mercenary at that point. And the crazy thing was a Satan guard that was based on the harshest laws, you know, known, because that's what Order Realm is. He actually started taking hits from not only good guys, but he was also taking orders from bad guys as well. So,
I'm not seeing that it was actually Darius that murdered his family. It says here that
no, it wasn't Darius. He ordered a hit.
Okay, so he was in prison for killing the guy who killed his family, but like a kind of like a Punisher kind of a character here.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, and then he became a full mercenary.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe when the showdown actually happened between Dairu and Hotaru, because again, um, Darius actually ordered a hit on Hotaru, trying to take him down and lead a rebellion to take over and conquer Order Realm. So, if I'm not mistaken, from the things that I've seen, Dairu actually manages to kill Hotaru.
I don't know.
So yeah, he was the one that kind of led that to happen.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I mean, I'm down for Hotaru not making it, honestly, with the stupid flags. I'm gonna be straight up with you here.
If he comes back in MK12, man, I want bigger flags.
God, Baraka makes me mad with his little flags. And why you got a flag in the middle of a fisticuff fight? Stop it. Stop it. It don't make no sense. Come on, man. All right, so let's check out my man Dairu's Fatals for Mortal Kombat Deception.
Look, they are bad, man.
Look, here we go. Y'all ready for this?
Huh? They are bad. All you gotta do is for my boy Raiden.
Oh, I remember this one. Who hit explosives in Raiden's chest? I don't know what it is with this game and people just exploding. Everybody's like got spontaneous human combustion going on. My man, like it. Can we talk about the way that everybody was just like whining in this whole game too? Like this whole game when you're doing a fatality, stop whining and do something about it, man. All right, let's.
The cool thing that would have been great for that one. See, I have more creativity than what they did with this.
So does this glass over here.
You take this fatality, right? You pop them off, like snap them in half, right? Have Dairu hold up half of Raiden's body. You know, it doesn't have to explode.
Doesn't need to explode.
That would have been better.
Oh, GBY Goof said, finally, Manic Red has returned to the podcast. Let's go. All right, let's check out this. It's going to be hard to top that one. That one's, I don't know. What did you think is worth? Let's go ahead and rank these fatals. That one or Havoc's arm munch? Which is worse?
Havoc's is worse.
Havoc's was pretty rough.
Wins. Fatality.
Dairu may fall right behind it, but Havoc's, I don't see anyone stop.
Oh, what a perfect character to do it to. Here we go.
Boom, right in the face. Fall to your death.
Ribs disappear.
Wins.
Both of those equally horrible. That one might top Havoc's arm munch for worse.
Oh, I don't know who wins this.
Did you show Hotaru's?
Did we not? Yeah, we did Hotaru's. Yeah, we didn't do Darius's yet.
Oh, his are bad too.
They're all bad.
Well, Darius may take the whole bunch.
Oh, well, let's check them out then. Let's see.
Yeah.
Darius's Mortal Kombat Deception Fatal. Here we go. Let's check it out.
Finish her.
That's boom. See, too many home runs, man. I don't know what the fixation is with hitting home runs.
I don't know. I kind of like that one. I don't know. Come on. I don't know. That was just, I don't know, maybe a little less explosion. Maybe not knock the top piece off, but pulling the arms off and beating the hell out of them with it. Come on, man. Sounds fuego. If I had any way to off somebody, I'm pulling something off and beating them to death with it. Don't come looking for me, FBI. I don't have the strength or the zeal to do that. I'm just saying, If NRS were to put me in the game and say, hey, Manic, we're going to put you in MK12, I'd be like, bet, cool. Can I create my own fatalities? They're going to say yes. And I'm going to say, look, I want to pull a body part off and beat them to death with it. No explosions.
I'll main you, Red, if they ever
Bet.
make you a character.
Let's go. I'll never play anything else. You know what? I will settle for just voice acting for one. Let's go. I'll give you a voice acting NRS, and just let me come up with a fatal. I got you. I'm gonna come up with something for Wago.
Make a promise, though.
You know what I mean? All right, so let's watch this next one.
Darius wins. Fatality.
Next.
Finish her.
Oh, shut the.
The rearrange. That one's worse than having.
Darius wins.
All the way.
That's gotta be one of the worst fatals I've ever. That is. Well, look, Shiva had the same one many years before that. But
Did it look that bad though?
no, it looked the totem looked pretty cool in OG 2DMK. That one's rough.
Horrible,
That is yikes.
rough.
I'm almost impressed by how bad they were. Freaking yikes, baby.
Trying to find the appreciation for this.
Woo. Alrighty. So let's see. Fearless is in the building. What's popping, baby? How you feeling? The big dog. All right. So we've watched the fatals from all these characters from these different things. We kind of discussed what Order Realm was, what Chaos Realm was. Now let's kind of shift gears. Let's put it into right into overdrive. Slam it in there, let it take off a little bit. How can you see these realms playing a part in the timeline reboot for MK12? Perfect world. They give you a piece of paper and they say, FALLDEAT117, we're going to forgive you for only playing on Xbox, but we do want you, we want you to write up a story for how Chaos Realm makes a return.
Oh man, that's tough.
Not putting you on the spot or anything.
Dude, it really, it starts with Havoc and it tries to figure out a way to, unless you go back and make Havoc's, retcon from the comics, unless you find a way to bring that back and make that relevant, I don't know. I mean, Havoc, because they haven't done much with the backstory for it, it's kind of hard because you can go literally any direction with Havoc. But see, with Order Realm, Otaru, Darius, and Dairu all follow suit with how Havoc's reintroduced. It's the only way, in my opinion, that Order Realm can make a return. That's the only way.
Yeah, in order for Order Realm to come back, there has to be something with
either that or they have to introduce a new general to Order Realm. And like I told you, even after the death of Hotaru, they never named a successor for him. So you're still talking about a Satan army without a general. And according to, one of Darius's finishers, as far as the towers go, he actually ends up conquering. Order Realm, and then Taven and Dagon actually go back and try to get the power that Darius won from Blaze. So, it all leads back to that.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Nikki, you ask and you shall receive. Whose fatal was worse? I want to see what y'all think. Havoc's arm eat, Daru's arm pull TNT, or Darius's body totem reboot. Y'all let me know which one you think was the worst. I'm so excited to be a part of the Manic Redhead community and became a supporter. Nothing but good vibes. That's a fact, babe. You already know that. What if, since the timeline was reset, he was never imprisoned? If who was never imprisoned?
he's got to be talking about Dairu or
Yeah, it could be
dude, we never
Shujinko.
even get,
Pretty much
yeah, we
anybody
never
who's
even got
ever
to bring
been to
up
Order
Shujinko.
Realm, he could be talking about.
Yeah.
Joker breaks out Havoc from jail. Raiden put him in. Yeah, but that's non-canon. That's just like ending freaking canon fodder bullshit. Gotham does not exist. Not a thing. Havoc needs to come back. I want to fight something having to do with his lore and realm, maybe. Yeah, I think so you could literally take and create Havoc and any of the other Chaos Realm clerics could have their own little spice, their own little flair, bring them in and create some really awesome characters and some lore with Chaos Realm. So Chaos Realm, obviously, they believe that Chaos is the way, right?
Right.
Order Realm believes their way is the correct way. So you would have to almost either pit the two realms against each other to bring them back into the main storyline, or I mean, I would not be against like doing a almost like a Deception reboot and just expanding on it a little bit more, giving them a portion of the game, expand on it. My man's in 3rd grade. What's popping, baby?
So, I got an idea. I got an idea of way you could bring Hotaru back without the flags and
Okay.
make him a badass character, man.
All right. Delete him.
So, no, never that. So, what if? Okay, so essentially, right now, Hotaru is dead, according to Kanan. You know, he's dead. So, what if you were to bring Hotaru back, but instead of him going now back to the realm of order, you essentially switch him over to the realm of chaos, and he becomes Havoc's right hand guy.
Or maybe you convert Hataru. Maybe you have Hataru and Havoc have like this epic battle. Havoc defeats Hataru, so Havoc takes him back to the church of chaos, if you will, converts him over, and then Hataru becomes something completely different.
Yeah,
Could be cool.
Starts getting that look that Havoc's got. Starts getting some of that. Essentially because he ages at a slower pace, unless he's just completely converted over now into the chaos realm, style.
Yeah.
You have essentially that new look for Hotaru. I mean, dude, that's a cool idea. I can see that working.
Yeah, it could be cool. My man said, much love to you. I hope you have an awesome night. You as well, Michael. You be good, baby. I appreciate you coming through. So, yeah, you could do something like that. I would honestly, if I were to write it, I would find a way to squeeze Havoc into a sub-boss or big baddie role. Yeah, exactly what kind of what Lucci's saying here. Havoc needs to be the bad guy in the next one, and he summons Onaga, and Onaga turns on Havoc, and Havoc becomes part of Earthrealm and becomes a... Okay, yeah, we're going to skip that law-abiding citizen crap. So, yeah, if you did something like that, you have Havoc has been behind the scenes. I mean, he was doing it in the MKX comics. Behind the scenes, he's acquiring the Kami Dogu. He's doing this thing. And since what I'm hearing is that Shujinko is not going to make a return. So you put Havoc in that role, where he's kind of putting together the Kami Dogu daggers and is able to bring Onaga back, is able to bring maybe the One Being or something like that back. And in return, Havoc becomes bigger than what he is currently. So you take Havoc and you really turn him into a big bad. Or maybe you find a way that Havoc could show up and maybe try to defeat Fire God Liu Kang or the Earthrealm Warriors and try to take Chaos Realm and push it into the other realms. I mean, I don't know. it's limitless what you could do in MK12, obviously. I would really like for them to find a way to bring Chaos Realm into the forefront. We've done Netherrealm, Earthrealm, Outworld for so long now. Let's do something different. Okay, Liu Kang's resetting this timeline. I'm getting rid of Shao Kahn because that dude's a problem. I'm getting rid of Shang Tsung because that dude is a problem. Or, I think this would be really cool. You take Shang Tsung back to before, because Shang Tsung used to be an Earthrealm fighter. Take him back to before he was disqualified in the Mortal Kombat tournament. He stays on the Earthrealm side and becomes an Earthrealm defender. Because now the whole time you're watching Shang Tsung like, nah, I don't trust him. Now you've got a subplot sitting there the whole time. Every time Shang Tsung is on the screen, just like in 11 when he was kind of teaming up with everybody, you're like, nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And you play that for a game or two and then pow, bring him in as actually, nah, he's that bad guy. While Red Havoc is disappointed, I didn't know you, I didn't know how to finish the sentence of the story, so I added that as an afterthought. So you bring Havoc in, and maybe Chaos Realm is the one that's trying to oppress the other realms and bring the other realms into itself so that it can acquire more power. Maybe instead of Outworld being the big bad in the new games, maybe Chaos Realm becomes the big bad. Maybe you have Chaos Realm was trying to take over Order Realm. That's the Mortal Kombat. Chaos Realm versus Order Realm. And then you take the Earth Realm fighters and, they kind of become, at the end of MK12, you kind of had new Elder Gods that we knew who some of them were. Maybe Earth Realm becomes like a realm defending realm. So they want to go in and try to interfere in these plans. And now you've got big bads coming out of Chaos Realm.
Well, I guess the big question, of course, for big fans of, the villains, especially me, my most sought big bad guy that I want back, even though y'all all know I'm a Shao Kahn main, I love Shao. If Onaga comes back, because we still don't know, it's still in some way going to put Outworld in the picture. So maybe Onaga finds a way to team with Havoc in a sense, because with Chaos Realm, essentially, like you said, being immortal, it would kind of be like Onaga's version of like his undead army in a sense.
Yeah.
You know?
And what good is an undead army when you can have an army of immortal soldiers?
Exactly.
Why have an undead army?
That could be the new direction that they take.
Yeah.
And Liu Kang has no way to stop this because he knows nothing of Onaga.
He has no idea who he is. They two never met in the lore. That's why I really do think that if I were writing MK12, that's the direction I would go. But the problem is that if you attack this question with logic, Raiden would certainly bring that up. Right? Onaga?
Well,
you would think,
we had
right?
Dark Raiden for that, though.
What do you mean?
So, because in Deception, we had Dark Raiden. So that's when Raiden went bad. So, I mean, I don't necessarily know if that would be a problem for Raiden.
Yeah, but how much of that's been retconned too? It's kind of hard to tell because you didn't have Dark Raiden. The current timeline, there is no Dark Raiden. It never happened. You know what I mean? Because at the end of Armageddon, that Raiden ceased to exist, which is why we didn't get two Raidens in MK11. You got one Raiden because he was killed. They sent he sent the message back, and that was Raiden MK1, MK2, and then MK3. That's the Raiden you got. So the Dark Raiden that we got was when Shinnok was in the Jinsei, the Earth Jinsei, and was corrupting it. And then when Raiden went in and purified it, That's when he became Dark Raiden, decided, I'm going to go out there and get these dudes before they can get us.
I guess the bigger question, too, is how has Raiden not already said something to Liu Kang about the fact that, hey, you know, I teamed up with the Deadly Alliance and we tried to take down this Dragon King and we were unsuccessful. And, you know, like that leads into Raiden being able to talk to Liu Kang about Shujinko and everything that he did. It never, I don't understand how it never got brought up to Liu Kang in any way. You know,
Yeah.
that's just kind of like one of those what ifs kind of situations.
Yeah. I mean, it would be logically, it would be weird for them to just, oh, Liu Kang's completely ignorant to this dude who almost, or this entity that was literally as strong as the Elder Gods, because dragons were on the same level with the Elder Gods at one point, and then Onaga being the last of his kind. But yeah, it would be weird that it would never be brought up, especially since the Lin Kuei had the egg in MK10. I believe that was the, I'm not sure if that was retcon yet either. I don't know. But the whole premise of the MKX comics with Goro becoming Onaga eventually was that the Lin Kuei had the dragon egg in their compound. They had a tournament where they invited everybody to their little fortress, and they had a tournament, and that's where Goro was going to go in and find the dragon egg, which never actually happened because they canceled the comic before they got there. But this is coming right from the writer's mouth, one of the things he wanted to do. My man said, I'm waiting for the new MK12 game, the new MK anime movie, and the MK2 movie. Let's fucking go. Me too, baby. I'm waiting on them. The timeline needs to flow, and if they start over, things can get misplaced. Yeah. So since we're talking about MK12, I saved this conversation for about 2 weeks. It's been burning me up. I went and seen the new Spider-Man movie. I don't like Spider-Man movies. Let me preface this statement with that. I don't like Spider-Man movies. My kids wanted to see it. They grabbed me by my little earlobes. And they said, Daddy, you're going to take me to see this movie, or else you ain't getting no sleep for 6 months. So I negotiated with the terrorists, and I took them to see the movie. An absolutely outstanding film. If you like good writing, that's the movie to go see. Probably one of the best movies I've seen in a very, very long time. Fantastic writing, great act. It was a phenomenal movie. I say all this to say, without a bunch of spoilers, they executed time travel and timeline manipulation in the most perfect way I've ever seen it done. It was seamless. It made sense. And time, screwing around with time is a hard thing to make sense. But they nailed it in that movie. And I pray to the Elder Gods that NRS is watching that and going, that's how we do it. And do that. Because what they were able to do was bring 3 different Spider-Mans into the same film, and it makes sense. Have you seen the movie yet?
I have not.
Well, you go fix that, okay?
I'm one of the guys that just, I feel like the first one just can't be taught. I like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
I'm telling you, go watch this. Look, I'm just saying. I quit watching Spider-Man movies probably a decade ago. I'm going to go watch Homecoming now because that one was so damn good. They nailed time travel. This is what MK12 should be. It should be some type of big bad that was created by something that we didn't fully understand, and bow, now we've got this big bad we didn't know existed. Oh shit, what do we do? And this is not really what happened in Spider-Man. I'm spitballing here, okay? And you go through the different timelines and you grab the most powerful version of each character. In this timeline, Ermac takes over NetherRealm. In this timeline, Scorpion cannot get it right and is more pissed off than ever. In this timeline, Bihan never became Noob Saibot. In this version, Bihan became Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot took over NetherRealm. You know what I mean? You've got all of these different ways that it could ever play out. You've got Raiden was actually able to beat Kronika. In this one timeline, Raiden did it. Bring that Raiden over. Now you're able to fix some of the things that were wrong with each of the different games and each of the different lore pieces. You bring them all in, you slam them together, you hodgepodge them. You have the best version of every character, and you can create a Mortal Kombat trilogy style game where you've got the MK9, MK10, MK11, and some of the other characters that we really, really want to see. What if Hotaru was able to ascend and become a bad sumbitch with some fatalities that make sense? What if Daru, what if Darius was successful, overthrew the government of Order Realm, became the leader, took over the magic, and became a bad dude that wasn't making totems with people's freaking leg bones? What if Havoc killed everybody and is just swimming in a pool of water, strong as shit? Bring that dude over. What if Shao Kahn actually did fisticuff Onaga, become a Banff, and take over all the realms? What if he did? What, you know what I mean? Like, this could go crazy. It could go bananas. And at the end of the game, bow, you could hit a reset button again. You've got Armageddon because everybody's too damn powerful. That was the premise behind Armageddon, was the fighters were so powerful that it was ripping the very fabric of existence. It was tearing, there was too much power and the realms couldn't withstand it. You could go back to it. And
All right, I got a fun one.
at the end of the day, Liu Kang said, "Oh shit, we fucked up. Reset."
So let me see yours, and then I'll tell you mine.
Okay. Well, I don't want to play this game on live. That's gonna get weird real quick. We've moved past that. I'm not a teenager. I don't play show me yours, I show you mine anymore.
Listen, man, I gotta hear it, man. I got to. So your top 5, if you had 5 characters for sure you want to see come back in MK12.
Okay.
Go.
Onaga. Shujinko.
Playable characters, I'll say that.
Okay, playable
I don't know if they'll make Onaga playable.
Okay, Havoc, Shujinko. Who else would I like to see come? That's not an MK11 or...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, just over the characters I want to be in the roster in MK12.
Yeah.
Okay, Scorpion. Duh. We knew that.
Awful.
You got to have Liu Kang. I mean, you just can't have a game without the guy. Quan Chi. Is that 5?
Yeah, that's 5. That's pretty bad 5.
That's a fantastic 5. It's hard to only do 5. God, there's so many good characters. I want to see Goro too. I want to see Kitaro.
I'm gonna get a lot of.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this from chat. I know it.
I'm gonna hover over the stop stream button. Hold on. Go ahead. If you say, I swear, there's like 2 or 3 names that if you say, we're gonna have we're gonna have to rediscuss your mod ship and everything here.
All right, check it out. Check it out. I would really like to see. I'd like to see Movado come back for sure.
I like it.
That'd be cool. Me personally, of course, I'd like to see Hotaru come back, just with a better storyline.
Okay.
I'm the weird one, man. I'd like to see Cobra come back. Like to see Cobra.
Cobra. What would make you want to see Cobra again?
Just because when he whipped out those little bamboo sticks and went nuts with them in Deception, man. He went crazy with the bamboo sticks. So yeah, I'd say Cobra's my 3rd. Of course, one of my favorite villains. I'd love to see Reiko come back. For sure, he's great. And then as a playable villain, which I know we won't get him back, but I'd love to have him. in either 4 or 2 legs. I'd like to see Mataro come back. I was a fan of Mataro as well.
If I ever see a 2-legged Mataro again, we riot. I will not put up with that. That is non-negotiable.
Shrink him down. Just shrink him down a little bit. He ain't got to be full freaking horse.
Why
Got
not?
to be.
It was amazing.
He still had the butt kick. He still had all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, let's just...
Go ahead, man. What? Yeah, look at my dude. Give me that heart. Bam. Right in your mouth.
So you're just
That's better than Havoc's.
So you're just going to rip off Kano's fatality? That's what we're going to do? Okay. This character is a legit rip-off. This is the great value Cobra Kai. That's what this is.
Hey, look up some of those combos, though, with the bamboo sticks, bro.
Bamboo sticks. Boys have swords.
Finish her.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bow. Look, another home run, bro. I'm telling you, they're
Get
fixated on the home run.
Out of my eardrums with this crap. Hold on. No, go back to the beginning of this. Fucking. First of all, let me just, if I've got any young ladies watching the stream right now, any young ladies at all, or maybe if you have daughters that are around you, go ahead and grab them. We're all going to have a family moment here, okay? This is what we're going to have, a family moment. If you're going to get into a fist fight and you're picking a wardrobe for it, don't pick one that's got the full under boob, please, because that shit is not going to work out for you at all. I don't care what kind of glue sticks you got. All right. Let's just talk about this part of the fatality. Are we serious? Are we serious with that? What, is she beating up his little brother?
Hey, bro, he just needs that little up kick, man. You just don't see it anymore.
I can't. That character is duty, sir. I'm gonna request that I'll request that you pick a new one. Oh my God! If
I replaced him, honestly, I'll go back with an even worse character, man. Give me Su Hao again, bro.
Oh,
give me Su Hao, bro. He was a better version of Kano.
Oh, you ain't a lie. You a damn lie. Nobody believes that.
Better version than Kano, bro.
You are saying things out loud that even you know you don't believe. Oh,
listen,
better Kano.
It was Kano 2.0, and instead of having a knife, he had like these little, I don't know what they were called, but you had more blades. Like, I'm cool with it, man. He still had the laser from the chest. Like the Russian version of Kano.
Looked like a Batman villain is what he looked like. He looked like they went and just stole some shit off the floor at DC Comics and were like, that's this character right there.
Oh, man.
And how did they name him? They were like, we're going to create a new character. Who? How? Su Hao. That's what we're going to do. Yep. Sue me if you don't understand how we made this character, is what they should have named him. Fake ass Bane. He looked like, what was that? What was that dude's name in Batman? It starts with an L, don't it? Damn, who's the big bad in Batman?
There's a bunch of those.
Yeah, there is. That did not narrow it down much at all, did it?
No, not at all.
Lex Luthor. That's who he always remind me of. Was a Lex Luthor reject.
He's not Batman, bro. He's Superman.
Okay, whatever. I don't. Whatever. Same damn. It's DC Comics.
Work you out, bro. Work you out.
Look, my bad.
Listen, that is not as bad. I honestly think it worked. The worst character creation was Baraka. Okay, I don't know if you know how Baraka was made. They literally went to a store and got a mask for Baraka, and then what they did was take fingernails.
Yes.
And attached them to his mouth and said, "Yep, we're gonna put you right there. We're gonna put you in MK2. And this is a great design for us. You got fingernails for teeth, bro? It's awful.
It's mid-90s.
Awful. Awful.
They didn't
bro.
even have animation for real yet. You're talking, dude, this is right along time Terminator 1, dude. Like, this is, oh, man, I cannot believe the blasphemy you're spitting. Did you know that Shao Kahn was originally a Tarkatan?
No, I did not know that.
Yes. Originally, all the people of Outworld were going to be Tarkatans. That was going to be the base race for all of it. And then they switched it up, started going the dragon route.
Well, since you brought up my man Shao, the other thing I would like to say for MK12, I kind of find it hard pressed for him not to make an appearance back in the game.
Yeah, me too.
But if Onaga does return, I believe Shao Kahn is going to be the one that ends up turning into Onaga. I know you made some speculations talking about how Liu Kang, since he turns into that fire for his animality, the fire dragon. I thought about that, but with him being the new god or titan, whatever you want to call it,
Yep.
If Shao Kahn sticks with the path that he's on, because clearly Liu Kang's not going to change that. He's still prepping, the great ancestor Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat. So obviously Shao Kahn is still going to hold a part in some way in the tournament. I do believe that Onaga's return would be based on Shao Kahn because he already looks like he's turning into a dragon.
Agreed. Yeah,
So,
I think what a better way to get your revenge on someone for stabbing you in the back the way that Shao Kahn did Onaga, because that's how Shao Kahn became the Emperor of Outworld. Was he poisoned Onaga.
yeah.
So what a better way to get your revenge than to take over the person's body and imprison their soul within that body and have Shao Kahn become Onaga with Shao Kahn imprisoned within the body.
And it all leads to the hammer, man. Like that idea with the hammer, whoever it was in chat that spit that out.
It was Average Joe.
That idea stuck with me so hard, and that makes the most sense. It's the most believable. NetherRealm should latch onto an idea like that and really turn that into a reality.
I think it'd be cool
That
too.
hammer, yeah, man.
And what he's talking about, if you're not familiar with this idea, was in Armageddon. You saw it in the intro. I actually put it in this intro. At the end of Armageddon, Onaga, I guess it actually was in the opening credits, but towards the end of the battle, Onaga grabs Shao Kahn and takes off in flight with him over the horizon. The original canon was that I forget which of the brothers, Taven, I think it was supposed to win, and they were going to reboot Mortal Kombat after that. Of course, then the whole thing collapsed in on them, and we got NRS out of it. But then in MK9, Shao Kahn is proven to be the victor. How did he get so strong to beat Blaze? And somebody said, well, when Shao Kahn and Onaga took off into the wind, Shao Kahn was able to imprison Onaga's spirit within his hammer. And that's why Shao Kahn's hammer is so powerful now. It's a cool theory. It is. I really do like that theory. I held on to that one for a long time. I really am leaning towards the Liu Kang thing, though, just because it's brought up in MK11. They bring it up.
But how could that work, though? I mean, he's a Titan now. I mean, any possibility of that happening, that would you got to realize that would solely put Onaga as controller of time. So, if that happened, that would switch everything up.
But think about what Onaga wanted. What did Onaga always want? His
control.
He wanted immortality. That's all he ever wanted. He didn't want the power. He already had the power. He's already one of the most powerful beings in the universe. What he wanted was immortality. What did Liu Kang just get? Immortality. The slow play, it would be cool. I don't know how they would be able to do it because we've already had Liu Kang as the big bad, and we've had Liu Kang out of the game completely, and the fan base was not a big fan. They didn't like it. I don't know. I don't know there's so many directions they could go, so many cool places they could go, and so many of these beloved characters like Havoc, and none of the others that we talked about today. Good. I'm lying. I think Ashra, we talked about Ashra for a minute. I think she could be a cool character. Deception is so rich with characters that could return. So rich. Deception is one of my favorite Mortal Kombat games. And I know I'll look back on a rose-colored glass because we've gone back and played it again. And God, have we come a long way in video games. But so many good characters in that game that they could easily bring back.
MK12, man. I hope he makes it. It would really suck if he didn't. Also, bring back mocap. Let's go mocap.
I'm down for mocap skins. How about that? I'm down for mocap skins. I'm down for meat skins too. My man, GBY Goof said, "Get this guy out of here. Brock is a legend." I'm telling you, I don't know what's wrong with him. He didn't run that shit by me before we started talking about it. I would have canceled this whole stream if he'd have told me you felt that way. I'm gonna be honest. I apologize to my viewership.
Listen, I'm not a Baraka guy. He was never one of my favorites. That's primarily because when you played, the towers for MK2 on the Sega, man, if you ran up against Baraka in like the higher part of the tower, man, oh my God, it was so toxic.
That's how Johnny was. I still harbor some frustrations with Johnny Drip Drip from MK2. That dude was a killer.
Katana was my most hated character in MK2 because she would always come up to you and grab you and just bounce you, like throw you backwards, and it repeat process.
And you couldn't do a damn thing about it. You could not D1 her when she ran up on you. She would run up, and it was like it was no frames. It was just, I still remember the sound. It's this dumb little sound she'd make every time. She's like, oh, look how nice. Look how nice I am. I just threw you. And over and over. God, yeah, Katana was a problem. MK2 was broke, baby. God, all that game was broke.
Still don't understand how people beat that because I never, dude, I grew up on Mortal Kombat. I beat the first one. The first one was pretty annoying. MK2 was, my God, I never beat it. I never did.
What? Oh, you got to go back and beat that, baby.
Man, I could probably do it now, but as a kid, man, you got to understand. It's like I never understood how to do fatalities. I never had the books for it. Like, my dad was like, here's a new game. You go play it. And my love for Mortal Kombat grew, but I hate MK2 with a passion sometimes, man.
Oh, man. See, my dad still tells a story. This will tell you how deep Mortal Kombat is for me. Mortal Kombat has been a problem in my life. My dad, when we were sitting at McDonald's one time at Walmart, and he said, I bet if you fell out of that chair and cracked your head open, little Mortal Kombat characters would come running out. That is all you talk about, boy. Because it really was. I would sit there and I would have full-on conversations. My son does it now with Fortnite. But, I mean, this is what I did. You know what I mean? So there we go. We Havoc Arm Eat and Darius's Body Totem reboot. A Dead Nuts tie there. But so I used to go to Walmart and we couldn't afford the book. My parents would not buy me the book to the game. And so I would make a dead sprint to the electronics section. And they had a book. I'll never forget this book. It was about that wide and it was tall and it had all the different Mortal Kombat 2 games in it. So you had the arcade, the Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo, and all in one book, right? I really wish I could find that book. But I would sit there and I would study the book and try to memorize the fatalities. Try to memorize them. Because I wanted to beat my father so bad in MK. And he liked to pick Liu Kang and do the sweep thing over and over, that little sweep glitch he had in MK2, and he would just catch me, and he'd be sitting beside me. You mess with your daddy. Yo, who's your daddy? He was like, who's your daddy? I want to hear you say it. Who's your daddy? Fucking childhood was full of craziness. So I would go there and I would study this book. Every time I went to Walmart, I would study this book. I don't know why I never just took a pen and paper with me and wrote the shit down. I don't understand why my feeble mind never thought of that. But to this day, down, forward, back, C, I can never forget the Dragon Fatality in Mortal Kombat 2 because I looked at all the moves. I figured the moves out. I figured out the little rinky-dink combos. What up, Richard? Figured out the little rinky-dink combos. And I came home, and I would try to do this fatality over and over again. Figure out what sweep was, and down, forward, back, C. Oh, it didn't work. Down, forward. And I finally figured it out. And my dad said, I heard him upstairs go, yes, finally. Hey, Dad, you want to play Mortal Kombat? And I beat the brakes off of him, turned into a dragon and ate him. And then I punched him in the rib and knocked the wind right out of him. And I thought I was about to die. But boy, I beat him and I was so excited. And I looked at him, I said, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Now I say my name. Who's your... Is there any doubt I am who I am for a reason? And once he caught his breath, he looked at me, and I was having a lot of problem in reading class because I didn't want to read the little stupid books. I want to play Mortal Kombat. I want to read your little books, and I used to tell him like, Dad, I'll read the stuff, but I don't like comprehend what they're saying. I get done with the page, I don't know what's happening. He turned to me and said, son, don't ever tell me you can't read again. I know you've been in there reading that book at the dadgum school. I'm like, Dad, it's different. Down, forward, back, C is different than thou shalt not kill. I don't understand all this stuff. Romeo and Juliet, you ever tried to read that? I'm a grown man and I don't know what they're saying sometimes. What are you saying to me out loud with your words, sir?
Man. See, I actually remember, you remember that board in MK2 where it had the spikes up above you?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I was always really mad because the one thing I wanted to do the most in that game was knock people off the pit and have them landing in the spike, or I wanted to uppercut and send the guys into the spikes in MK2 on that board.
Yeah.
I never hit it. To this day, have never hit it on that game.
Oh, that's terrible.
It breaks my heart because it's like that satisfaction I feel like I need for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, man. I used to love it. See, I don't know if I've ever actually told my chat this before. Mortal Kombat 1, my main was Kano. I loved taking people's hearts out. Oh, I used to make my cousins so mad. That was my main in Mortal Kombat 1, was Kano.
You're a traitor, bro. You're a traitor.
I is who I is. Okay. Look, Mortal Kombat 2 came out, there was no Kano. What are you gonna do? And let's be honest, to beat Goro, I had to use Sub-Zero. Or Sub-Zero, I think it was. Scorpion was kind of useful, but Scorpion was more useful against Kentaro than he was Goro. So my love for Scorpion kind of started in MK2.
I think we should also talk about this as well, Red. The fact that you play 3 characters, right? And Mugen's, actually 4 characters that I've seen. You play Scorpion, you play Noob Saibot, you play Sub-Zero, and you play Kano.
Shiva, yeah.
I need to understand why in MK11 I only ever see you play Kano and Scorpion when I feel like you should be playing Noob Saibot.
Look,
and definitely playing Sub.
Look, here's the deal. My little brain don't work too good. I can't look. When I go from Kano to Scorpion, if you just watch me do it next time, I'll play with Kano for a little while, and then I'll play as Scorpion. I can't get my dumb little brain to come out of Kano mode.
That 1-2-1 that you do?
Yeah.
Or that 2-1-2?
Yeah, I'll start doing it. I'm like, oh, that's the wrong combo. I'm not playing with Kano anymore. My brain just does not, I don't know. I can't go back and forth real well. If I play Kano for too long, my Scorpion gets worse than he already is. Same way with Kano, you know what I mean? I'm not that dude who could play with everybody. I'm that dude that y'all like to listen, scream and yell into the mic and say a bunch of crazy shenanigans. That's my shtick. I will leave the sweatiness to my viewers and to Fearless. I'm here to talk a gang of shit. That's what I'm here for. That's what I do.
Oh man.
That's just what I do. Keep it positive, keep it pushing. But look, not a whole lot of sweating, you know what I mean? Joshua said, I do. I play everybody. Well, baby, I'm so glad you're able to. I know my limits. And it's skydiving, bungee jumping, and more than 3 characters in MK11.
Oh, was that Joshua Wallen, sir?
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, that dude's a problem with all characters.
He is for no reason. He's like Dolphin and Game Boy make me madder than hell. Like, what? How? Just how?
That's some real killers in chat, man, for sure.
I want to make Striker, but it will make sense. I think they can make Striker make sense. Striker was a booty character. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a booty character. Why is this dude with guns just showing up? I don't understand it. But now Sonya's got guns. Everybody's got guns. So, I mean, do something cool with Striker and you could bring him back. Why not? He's a fan favorite.
No, you could, and I don't understand why. It's like all of a sudden everybody wants these oddball characters in the games, man, and it's just like, see, I have this thought process that's like when you're a kid, you want to root for the good guy, right? You want to root for the good guy.
Nah, I wasn't. I was never that way.
Well, see, man, like that's how I grew up. Like I pull for the good guys. But now that I'm older, it's like I'm starting to realize, hey, you know, these bad guys make a lot of sense. Like they're badasses, you know, like they're hard to touch, you know, hard to deal with. So it's like I don't understand how bad Shao Kahn was at one point in MK11 because I actually started with Noob Saibot, and he was my top player. My record with him it's still impeccable. But then I ended up switching to Jax. So I made a couple of bounces to some different characters throughout the game. But I don't know, man. Like I see some of the guys in chat, you know, throughout your stuff, and it's just like, how the hell did you find a way to get this good? You know, the game's only been out 3 years. It's only been out 3 years. Like, how did you find the time to learn the ins and out of every single character in the game? Like, I'm impressed. I get lucky sometimes against really good players, but it's just like wave dashing and you know, that kind of stuff. Like, I'm still learning 3 years into the game.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these guys, excuse me. I give myself a lot of credit because I work a full-time job. I got 3 kids and I run a stream. So like I try to give myself a little bit of leeway because some of these guys have the ability to stay home and go crazy on these games. And you can see some of those guys. Then you've got guys like Game Boy that Game Boy, if you're listening, I really wish sometimes I was within throat chop distance because this dude does work. Like he's got a life and is just amazing at these games for no reason. We jumped on damn MKX and he's like, I don't really play this game, and is pulling off like 17-hit combos. Like, Game Boy, I don't like your face, sir. So I don't know. Some people were just gifted. They're just gifted. I don't have that gift. I gotta get in there and grind that thing. I don't know.
MK11, I'll say MK11 is the most competitive I've ever been in a Mortal Kombat game. And I don't know if it's because it's slowed down to the point where it's easier for me to understand the inputs. But it's like, man, I tried playing MKX with Moneybags, you know, a guy that's on the Xbox side in our tournament right now. Dude, the combos are broken. It's so fast paced, and it's just like, am I really that trash at this game? Like I remember when MKX came out, I went to be quiet, man.
Yes. Oh, I'm trash too. MKX is one of those games where these dudes are nice with it.
Bro, look, I'm telling you, like Moneybags, bro. I played him and I got one match. That's it. We played probably 15. I got one on him with Kenshi, a guy who I've never played in that game because mainly I'm a Predator. I'm a Predator guy, or I
Ugh,
play Shinnok. I love Shinnok.
I like Shinnok.
Um, but dude, I'm just finding out that I am legit trash at MKX, man.
Dude,
But
that game is one of those that like we had to learn to love it. Joshua said the subtitle said "Gay Boy" instead of "Game Boy." Oh, that'll hurt your soul. All right, my man said, "Yo, can we talk about Darius versus Hataru in Mortal Kombat Conquest?" What do you mean specifically? We kind of talked about who Darius and Hataru are within the lore. We kind of talked about that, but specifically, what do you mean? We could pull the video up and kind of watch it and see what he thinks too.
I was gonna say I got the notes, man. What do you want to know?
Yeah. MK9 was my most competitive with friends, rain smoke combo. Yeah, MK9 has some really fond memories for me. I've told this story on the podcast before, but I went on deployment in the Navy right before that game came out, and I pre-ordered it, had it sent out to the ship, and we played day one release of Mortal Kombat 9 for several months out to sea, and your boy Manic Red was undefeated for damn near the whole deployment. There was one dude who could beat me. And I still to this day cannot figure out. He was just one of those savants that just like picked the game up and was like, oh yeah, I'll just do this and beat you. Meanwhile, I was traveling to other people's birthing spaces, firing up their Xbox and trashing them for cash, for money, baby. It's the first time I ever made money in Mortal Kombat was MK9 aboard U.S. Navy war vessel, and I was roughing them up, boy. That Raiden was unstoppable. I had a Raiden Scorpion combo that you were not touching. You wasn't going to do it. That boy was nasty with it. I go back and play the game now, and I don't know how I ever played that. I don't get it. I don't know.
See, I was actually I always like the guest characters, man. I had the PlayStation 3 at that time, and I played Kratos and I played Smoke, and that was the team that I ran. But I realized that Kratos was my best, and I was still trash at MK9.
I like Sector a
Still
lot in that
trash.
game, too. I spent a lot of time with Sector because he was nasty in that one.
They had a lot of cool ideas for MK9 as well. MK9 was the whole opening where Shao Kahn's like ripping Raiden apart. Like,
Yeah.
man, that would hurt my soul because I've always been a Raiden fan.
What
You
up,
know,
Swear
still
Jar? How you feeling, baby?
still play Raiden and MK11. But when that happened, man, I was just like, what kind of direction are we going with this? I'm not digging it.
Yeah. I hope we get tag team in the future in Mortal Kombat 12. They say that it's not in the game because their statistics said that people weren't playing it. I loved it. And as a content creator, I would love to do tag team matches with viewers. I think that'd be awesome too. Corbin said
Well,
Darius feels pride for his realm, but rebels against Hataru at every turn, causing chaos unknowingly for Havoc. Yeah, well, I mean, Darius was sick of the government, man. He was done with it, son.
Darius did team with Havoc at one point.
Yep.
You know, with that all happening, but he just led rebellions, man. His ultimate goal was just to get rid of Hotaru. He really wanted to overturn that republic that they were building because the time frames and everything that was going on. Like, you could receive a minimum. You know, this is another fun fact, part of the lore. You could receive a minimum of 5 years for breaking curfew
Yep.
in the realm of order. You know, so that's pretty ridiculous. You had people who were capable of dealing with dealing with that, like the protection that they were receiving, still hated some of the laws, but they were able to deal with it. And then, of course, you had your short backstories with Darius, or Darius, however you want to say it, who were just like, this isn't right. This isn't fair to me. This isn't fair to the people. We should be able to have some sort of control and power within this realm instead of it just being like a totalitarian kind of government that just controls every aspect of our life.
Yep. Yep. That
Also,
was
fun fact for you: Darius is ranked the 6th worst character in MK history. Fun
the
fact for you:
6th. By who?
6th. I, the source that I picked that one up from was Wiki, so I'm not necessarily sure how true that is. But according to Wikipedia, Darius is the number 6th ranked worst character of all in the series.
So who besides Su Hao is below him? I mean, I'll give you Su Hao.
You gotta quit hating on my dude Su Hao, bro.
I do not have to do that. That dude is booty to the extreme.
Bro, he's just a Kano 2.0. It's like a reskinned Kano.
Exactly. Be a rich.
So then you're
What the freaking beret? He had a beret? Who wears a beret? Get out of here. What's wrong with this guy? A beret and a... Shut up. I can't stand Su Hao.
Bring him back. MK12, Su Hao.
They brought him back in MK11. His dumb little head got rolled out of the damn bag.
Aaron Black, yeah.
Looking dumber.
Hey, but we've talked about it. I definitely do feel Deception brought a lot of fun styles, since we are still talking about the realms. Deception brought a lot of fun styles to the game. You had the chess, you had that Tetris little mode kind of thing, like the puzzle combat, I think it was what it was called. And then, of course, my fan favorite, Motor Combat.
Fine.
Man, we should start a petition and ring it back, man.
I would play it. We could do supporters Motor Combat every freaking Friday. Let's go. I'm doing it.
Do a tournament with that, bro. That'd be so much.
Oh, yeah. Boone hates Su Hao. Yeah, he does, because he has great taste. He also loves Hanzo, the Scorpion. What about Liu Kang's successor, Kai? Yeah, Kai, man. Kai could be a very, very cool character. I wish we would see Kai again, too.
I don't know how I feel about Kai. I didn't really play with him that much, so I don't really know how I feel about him.
I don't think anybody played him much.
It's like him and Jared. Like, nobody played Jared.
Yeah, because he was a Kano reboot. How many times we go get somebody just bastardize Kano and say, you should like him? No. Bring me Kano or bring me death. I don't want to do it. You're not going to talk me into playing this little silly-ass character. No, not going to do it. Deception was my favorite PS2 area. Also, best conquest. Yeah, it was really, it was fire. Chess combat, yeah, I love chess. I've got chessboards from all over the world. I love chess, so I'm all about it.
That was a cool idea for chess combat too. Like, the boards that you had, like those were fun. Like Deadpool had that as a chess board. It was just a great idea.
Yeah, just gone. I don't know, man. And these are, these are things we could get. Jarek's backslam was the dumbest move, wasn't it? Though, golly, it was up there with literally everything Bo Raicho does. It was right up there along with that. Fight me, I feel how I feel. You don't like Baraka, I don't like Bo Raicho.
I'm with you there. We can agree on that. Bo Raicho is, oh man, it's like a fat Bruce Lee to me.
I would be good if he wasn't throwing up and farting and doing all that. Like, I could do just a fat dude that fights real good. I like Tank Abbott too. What, you know what I mean? Like, he was big. Yeah. He was a big old dude. He'd knock you slam out. I'm good with it. Just don't be. Come on, man. This ain't a joke. This is Mortal Kombat, baby. You know what I mean?
The best Bo Raicho ever played was in MKX, man. Listen, fight me. That dude was absolutely bananas. Like, you played a good Bo Raicho in MKX.
Yeah.
You're not getting up. You're not getting up.
There's so many good characters in that game. That game was a wild ride. We need Smoke back. Yeah, Smoke would be a cool inclusion too. He would.
Cyber Smoke or regular Smoke?
Regular Smoke. I hate the Cybers. I hate the cyber link way. The only reason I would be, this is the only way I would accept, I'm lying, I would accept any cyber anything. What I would like to see is I would like to see them have Oniro and Sector have their little falling out. But I would like for the Link Way never to cyberize, but for Sector to go off and create his own clan, just like he did in, was it Armageddon? I think it was Armageddon. Exactly what he did. I forget what the name of it is now. Let me go find out. But yeah, just let's go. Sectors.
So
Clan.
you want you want another ninja clan.
I want one clan of ninjas and one clan of just people, of fighters. You know what I mean? Just ninjas. Let's see. I'm trying to find what the name of that was because I don't recall. And it's not freaking in this write-up. Why is it not in this write-up? That's weird. Oh God, Wikipedia is so bright. Oh, do you not have a
blue page?
Oh, where is dark mode? We know Oniro is a fighter. God, that'd be amazing. I would really like to see that. Oniro as a fighter would be really cool. That's one thing. If they went back to and going back to before the original Mortal Kombat with throwing in the Great Kung Lao, if they brought in Oniro, I think that'd be amazing. I think that'd be a lot of
I'd
fun.
like to see more of the Shokin warriors, man. Like we got, like add another female Shokin. Just really it kind of expand more on their lineup, dude. That'd be cool.
Yeah, give us a King Gorback. Absolutely. What's up, little dude?
What's up, little Red?
Little Red in the building.
I've not been feeling okay ever since I scraped it today.
Your knee?
Yeah, it's been not
We'll put something on
feeling
it after the stream, all right? My man skint his knee up earlier. Yeah, so I don't know. I think Oniro would be really cool. I think they could just really do a lot of really cool stuff, man. The sky's literally the limit with 12, and I am so excited to see it. I hope they give us a good product. You said what?
I said I bet you they stay basic with the main storyline. I hope that's not the case, but you're gonna have Blue King as Fire God, training the Great Kung Lao, which I have mixed opinions on that. I'm not crazy about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I really hope they go the trilogy Armageddon route with it. I really do. But I know that they've got to do something to keep making games too. So I think they might be using their reboot card here. And they have to they're going to use this card up. You can't use it after every game because I'm not going to keep doing that. Neither are a lot of people, I think. So hopefully, hopefully they do something really cool, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope it plays more like 10 than it does 11.
No.
He said no. I want it
There's
to
no
be
balance.
chaos. No, it's balanced because of how imbalanced everyone is. If everyone is broken, no one is broken.
The juggle system cannot come back like that. It's got to be different.
I mean, I could get behind that. Maybe a little less juggle. But a little bit more than 11, I feel like, is not crazy. Get rid of fatal blows, I hope. I feel like we always devolve into this conversation at the end of the podcast. we always end up going, okay, so this is what we want for 12. This is what we all know. I want fatal blows gone with reckless abandonment. I want to hear of someone getting fired from NRS. I want to see breaking news, top executive outed at NRS for saying fatal blows should be in 12. Like, if you bring up fatal blows, you're fired. Like, that's how recklessly I don't want fatal blows in 12. I hate that you just mash and get 30% damage.
Man, but you essentially you had that same concept in X. You had it with what the hell did
You're
they
talking
call
about
it in X?
X-rays.
Yeah, the X-ray. It was the same. It still popped out
The
like
X-rays
28
are
to
the
30%
fatal blows, by
with the
the way.
X-ray. I prefer the fatals. You get one use out of it, and that's it for your set. Whereas the X-rays, you could build them up multiple times and pop them.
Yeah, and I don't like that either. Just get rid of it. Just quit it. Because my thing is, I don't know. It upsets me when I'm having a really close game. I'm roughing somebody up. It comes to the end of round 2. I've got 30% health and they've got a pixel. They smash some triggers and now I lose. It infuriates me to no end and I just don't like it. I don't like
You
it.
need to use them. You need to use them.
I just don't like them. Like, it's the same reason I don't use Sub-Zero or Jade. I don't like the moveset. I think it's bummy and garbage. So I just don't want to.
Then why do you play
Nobody
with
likes
him a
Jade.
lot?
You're okay.
Yeah, nobody likes
Exposed.
Jade. That's right.
Exposed. He
Johnny,
actually
don't
likes
at me.
Jade. He's just keeping it as a secret.
No, I hate Jade. You don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Are you sure? Because you said you'll never play as Jade, and you kept that as a promise, and then
Because I'm joking, buddy. All right, so yeah, man, I think we pretty well beat it to death, huh? So Order
Yeah, man.
Realm, Chaos Realm. I don't think there's a whole lot more to really say about those two realms.
Not a lot to really talk about.
Yeah, these that's kind of when we put 2 into this podcast. So I'm excited to get to the other realms. I think Earth Realm would probably be a little less exciting because we kind of live here.
Yeah.
But we could talk about the characters at least, and their lore specifically. But Outworld's going to be a lot of fun. NetherRealm's going to be a lot of fun. Here we've got some. I've got some heavy hitters that are coming up on the podcast. I'm putting together a couple of different ones. I'm not sure which one's going to be next, but we're working on. I want to go through and rank all the Mortal Kombat fighters. And I want to go through and I want to rank all the Mortal Kombat games.
Excellent.
LeBron with the 830 hype con damage, baby. I appreciate you. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be how you get into the giveaways moving forward. So becoming the hype con and or becoming a supporter is how you're going to get into the giveaways moving forward. So I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me. My man FALLDEAT. I appreciate you, sir, for being a supporter of the channel, a loyal viewer, a moderator for my channel as well. I ask my moderators for a lot. I am constantly messaging my moderators, asking them for opinions, input, guidance. So my moderators, unlike a lot of channels' moderators, they're not just people who watch my chat. So when you see the moderator shield beside somebody's name, just know that they are putting in actual work for my channel. And I love each and every one of them. My man John, Johnny, Nikki, you guys are absolutely amazing individuals. And I cannot say how much I appreciate you guys enough. But yeah, man. Any closing comments you'd like to make?
Yeah, man. Of course, if you know any new viewer that came through here, make sure you hit that follow button for Manic. Hit that share as well. If you guys are into great content, make sure you come check them out. He streams Tuesdays through Thursdays, and they're always fun. Yeah, I look forward to the tournament nights, man. So I look forward to seeing all you guys there.
My man LeBron just went bananas with a 2K star hype con damage, becoming the new hype con. Sir, you are going to be our very first new entry into the giveaway. My man LaRon Harris, absolute fire individual. I appreciate you. Dropped another 200 as well. My man on it tonight. I appreciate the donation, sir. I really do. I got you added into the giveaway, coach. Yeah, man. So, yeah, we got season 4 activities coming up tomorrow night. I'd like to announce the stream for tomorrow night. We've got Kings with Authority. You may know from Twitch. You may know from Facebook Gaming. You may know from Twitter. They stepped up to the plate. And they said, Manic Red, we want a piece of that team you got. It's a nice team. It'd be a shame if somebody put their hands on it. And I said, bring it, baby. Bring it on. So tomorrow night, Kings with Authority versus the Merciless Redheads. It's going to be a fight to the death. We're going to find out which team is stacked the most. Which team has the most fuego. Which team is going to bring the heat. And a little secret, spoiler alert, it's us, baby. So don't miss it tomorrow night, 8 o'clock p.m. EST. Merciless Redheads versus the Kings with Authority. It's go time. Be there or be in a square box and you don't want to be there. And then the next night, so Thursday night, we're going to be back on season 4 activities. We are going to be doing call out night on Thursday. So if you're looking at, I'm gonna post the standings again for everybody. If you see somebody up there and said, hey baby, I see you in that top 8 spot and I need to be up in there, you can challenge up to try to get into the top 8 so you can make it into the winner take all tournament that is being scheduled as we speak. We're looking for a good night to do it. I appreciate everybody for being here. I appreciate you, my man, FALLDEAT. And we'll see you in the next one, my friend. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you again for being here, being a part of the MK Heads podcast. I hope you had a great time. If you're watching on the YouTube side, on the replay, think about hitting that subscribe button. Also, think about going down and checking out the Manic Red stream link. And you can find us every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And sometimes we get on there on a Mortal Kombat Mugen Monday, baby. And we play some old school Mortal Kombat. This is Lil Red. He's my homeboy, and he hangs out with us on stream. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you guys in the next stream, baby. Bow.
I think I have something that will really frustrate you. I don't know if they will do this, but